Welcome to the EN115 description for the final. That's right, this is the last major video I will be posting for this class. You have the next couple weeks to prepare for your final project. On the Monday of finals week, I will post your final project targets. So let's get started. The final project for this class is to construct a catapult. You guys have already completed, hopefully, at this point, your catapult parameters assignment and submitted that. Part of that is completing your first weekly log. I noted while applying grades this week that many of you have not completed this weekly log already. This tells me is that maybe I wasn't clear in the last video about the weekly log, so we're going to start with it. Starting last week all the way through the final, each week you will submit a weekly log. The weekly log simply tells me what you worked on that week with your teammates, which teammates did what, how much, etc. So what is this? Well, one, it's a way for me to guarantee that you're working on the project. Two, it allows you to let me know if certain group members are not pulling their weight. And three, it's a way that you can communicate with me that you might have questions where I may or may not answer them. Basically, if you have direct questions you want to ask and you're afraid I'm going to say no, this allows you to ask in a more indirect way. So ultimately, what do we get out of the weekly logs? The weekly logs will count as your attendance during this time, so you do need to complete them. Your final itself begins this week. You'll be designing a catapult. The basic rules for designing the catapult are outlined in the catapult design rules. This is your spec document. You'll be designing a virtual catapult. If we were in class, you would actually be building a physical catapult along with this. That will not be required this year. You will only have to build the virtual catapult. The first leading edge of your catapult will be 1 meter to the target, as it shows right here, 1 meter to the target. You cannot bounce on the way there. You may build it out of anything you want to in real life if you choose to do so, but I want you to utilize the Pasco I-beams model that is included in the description of the parts. That description is available on here under parts. Allows you to get the different links of these beams so that you could have created it in real life. If you choose to create it in real life, you do not have to build it out of Pasco I-beams. You can build it out of anything you wish, as long as it closely duplicates that design. That could be worth up to 15 extra credit points, provided that you build it and provide me an image of it being built and a video of it throwing a ball. You must have some sort of adjustable trigger and potential energy mechanism. In working models, this could be springs, it could be weights, pulleys, it could even be motors that are running at a constant speed to create centrifugal force. Things like that all are possibilities in the design. You will need some way to start it other than just pressing start. You'll need some sort of trigger mechanism built in. This could be a string that would be cut. I understand that reality, you're going to hit start and it's going to go. But you need to outline what your trigger would have been in real life. As far as your actual working model, once you have your working model built, you need to adjust it to where it can consistently hit between 1 and 1.5 meters away from your front edge of your catapult. On top of that, you need to ensure that that knocks over the blocks that are outlined in the block setup. So where do you find the rest of this information at? Well, back in your modules, we also have some links to information, including right below the design rules is the target configurations. This shows you what blocks you have to be able to knock over. So for example, you could have this configuration where this leading edge block is located 1 meter from the front of your catapult. And then based on this picture, you can see that it is 15 centimeters between each one of these bottom blocks. There's 1, 2, 3 blocks here, 1, 2, 3, one large block here, 1, 2, 3 more blocks. So you would build this. You do not have to model the dolls. Similarly, we have another design. We can see that 1 meter from this leading edge. On the right here is where we would have our catapult. It's going to throw in. And then there's approximately 10, 20, it looks like 30 centimeters between the first and second block, 40, and then 50. So you have a 50 centimeter long throw here. Note that these you're getting the cross section. So you're only going to model this face and this face. You're not actually going to model these sides that you can't see. And so each one of these designs is one you can throw at. If you see a design with these large blocks are anchored. So you cannot knock over these large blocks. Which means in this design, our 1 meter is located in the center of this large block. Your catapult's going to have to throw over, clear this block, and then knock over these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. I hope I've made that clear for you guys what the goal is. You may design your catapult and ammo to fit whatever you feel would make it best. If you want to build it out in real life, you can. Your grades for this will be based entirely off of your catapult. If you want to see how the final will be graded, at the very bottom, there is the final contest. And this is where we'll put in some grades. You can see that we're going to have the knockdown contest. We're going to have your data sheets and your graph. We're going to have your catapult. We're going to have your parts list that you came up with. And then for throwing it, you can earn up to half your credit, 50 points, for knocking down your first target, second, third, up to 10 points for each one of those. A complexity of your design, the quality of your design, aka does it work consistently, that all adds up to a total of 50 points possible, making it a total of 100 points on your final. So I look forward to hearing from you guys. If you need any help, I only have 2 groups that have contacted me so far to set up their groups for the catapult parameters assignment. This indicates to me that you are not working in your groups already. That could be an issue. You need to make sure you're getting into groups. Once again, if you have any questions, don't be afraid to get a hold of me. My cell phone is in the syllabus. Use it if you need to get a hold of me. Also, I try to answer Canvas inbox, but I have been very busy as I am moving this weekend as I post this video, which tells you that probably Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I'm going to be super busy as I would normally be out of the office. Going to be moving those days. So it'll be hard to get a hold of me unless you're using that cell number in the near future. Any other questions? Don't be afraid. Call me up. Have a great day.